But this female, I don't know if that's an apartment building or a hotel, but the guy drove from one state to another to go see his son. He wanted to go pick up his son. It's his visitation day with his son. And she won't allow him to get him. I don't know if he was like maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes late, or maybe he was just a little bit too early, but she's being a bitch about the whole thing. Shout out to Zachariah Williams. Yeah, Young Dynamic just put the link to the video. Go watch the video and don't ask me no more questions about what is it about, okay? But he went to go get his son, and she is blocking him from getting his son. Shout out to AM1, says black men having children is not feasible on so many levels, especially when you have these thizots out here keeping the fathers from being with their children. Now I'm going to play the audio of the video because I'm not going to play it here on YouTube because, you know, people love the flag. So I can't really play it here on YouTube, but I am going to play the audio. So y'all need to listen close. Okay?
Bro, look how childish this girl is, man. I'm putting you on Facebook and everything, bro. Look how childish this is. Come on, bro. Man, I get my son, I've been getting him from 4 to 8 before the court order. I'm picking him up. You got him in this thing so I can pick him up at 4 o'clock. So I'm dropping him back off at 8. Why does it matter?
Because the court order takes off the clock. You want it. You want it back.
Man, this girl is childish as hell. Come on, son. Come on to sign my rights over. No, I'm not signing my rights over. It ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna never sign my rights over. I'm not. Child support ain't an issue. Don't you get your $115 a week? Okay. Don't you get it? Don't you get your $115 a week? All right. So what's your point? What's your point? Can you give me my son, please? I'm not here to argue with you or nothing. I just want my son. I just want my son. Give me my son, Kelly. Give me my son. Why does it matter?
That's what the court order says.
Why does it matter? It don't matter.
If you couldn't hear what was being said, she's asking him to sign his rights away. She wants him to sign his rights away. Because she's hurt because he no longer wants to be with her. Isn't that something? She don't want to be with you, but she don't want nobody else to be with you. So she wants him to sign his rights away so he no longer has access to his child. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but y'all can go click the link because I don't think y'all can hear the audio. So y'all may have to go click the link, go to the website and listen to it. But the gist of it was she was blocking him from seeing the son. He was asking about seeing the son. Then she goes and picks up her phone. And I don't know if she calling her boyfriend or who, but the guy is trying to, I don't know, he's trying to tell the guy how to deal with his son. And they're going back and forth on it with some dude she done called on the phone, maybe her boyfriend. And after that, she goes into the front door of the building and she closes on him. She closes on him trying to lock him out or trying to keep him out from seeing the son. What I think she did was she went in there. She directed her kids to go back in the room or go back into whatever apartment, whatever they're in. And she went and closed the door so he wouldn't follow them, I guess, to the kids left. Then she kind of opened it back up and then she swung on him and hit him. Let's see. Well, good looking out, Black Rays. And she swings on this guy and she hits this guy. And he's recording everything, trying to keep her from getting the son. Now I know you have a lot of dudes who will say, that's why I'm never having kids. I'm never having kids with women. But there's a lot of men who got kids, man. So what you gonna tell them? And that's the gist of me doing this live stream. So hopefully y'all go and watch that video. Okay, because the audio is too low for me to play here on YouTube. Y'all go and y'all check out the video. There's a lot of men who are dealing with this. Okay? There's some men out there who are proud of all the baby mamas they got and all the kids they got because it thinks that makes them a man. It doesn't make you a man to have disgruntled baby mamas. That don't make you a man. Yeah, make sure y'all like the stream, people. Don't just be watching my live streams. I know people tell me, well, Jay, why do you talk down to your audience about liking your streams? And I want y'all to also understand there's another reason why I did doing this stream is because this ain't a black woman thing. You have a lot of women who actually look up to black women and they copy and emulate them who are not black. There's plenty of white women who want to look and act like black women, Asian women, Hispanic women. Shout out to Sizzle Nizzle. Say, what's up, bro? Just got in the chat. Can you do a video on the Superman Migto situation? I'm going to do a video on that tomorrow. I haven't forgotten about that Henry Cavill video. I'm going to speak on that. It'll probably be up tomorrow. But I want to get this out of the way first. And some other video content. I noticed nobody has sent me one article of anything to the email. But this ain't a black woman thing. You have a lot of these non-black women, man, and they see what goes on with black men and black women. They gonna do the same thing to a lot of these brothers. It ain't like they don't see what's going on and see that, you know, black men are getting pushed around by the system. They know this. They follow all these Instagram chicks on Instagram and Facebook. They watch all these Facebook lives where these chicks be trying to expose and talk about their baby's father. They look at all that shit, man. That's why I'm telling y'all, if you're going to date outside your race, man, and you want to be with a woman who's nothing like certain black women, you better get with a non-black chick that ain't got a bunch of black female friends, because I'm telling you right now, she's going to think and act just like them. There's going to be no difference. You may think it's a difference, but there's going to be no difference. And this dude is finding it out the hard way. He thought he got him a foreign, but you got a foreign who acts domestic. You got a foreign that acts domestic. So you brothers might want to do better when you're trying to pick a chick. Don't pick her just because, oh, she's Asian or she's Hispanic. She don't act like a lot of these black chicks I know. Yes, she will, brother. If she has a history of dating brothers, you better be extremely careful, because you're going to have a chick just like this. What's going on, Abigail? You got to be careful, man. You got white women who are who out there trying to buddy up with black women. You got white chicks making videos trying to speak up for black women and defend them and diss us in the process. That's why when it comes to me, no matter the race of women, I look at your culture. And if you come from, let's say you come from American culture and you listen to hip hop, you date a few brothers, you know, I'm going to think twice before I deal with you, because you're going to have that white feminist ideology mixed in with a little bit of black, you know, degenerate culture. All that's going to be mixed together. That's what you're going to have, you know. And you listen to this brother, he sounds like he's straight out the hood. So imagine where he found this chick at. You got to be extremely careful and picky when you're dealing with certain women, because you never know what you're going to get. You never know what type of BS that she's on. Now, looking at this video, the fact that this female is blocking her children from being with their father, and this guy knowing the consequences of trying to force her to give him his kids, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, really just try to, bypassing her and then getting his son. He knows there are going to be consequences to that. Even this woman can't even respect a court order. It was court ordered that he gets to see his son, I believe, twice a week. He drove from out of state. He drove from out of state, and this is what he has to deal with. This female is really shout out to the mod guard. Shout out to I am Aaron or I am Ball. Shout out to you, bro. Always good to see you. Now, I'm one of those people, I'm always optimistic about certain things, but I will be skeptical too. I'm very skeptical of the whole, if she's not black, the things are going to be different. Because there are men who think like that. They think because, well, she's not a black woman that she's going to be. No, you got white girls from the suburbs who are emulating black women. They're out there on social media showing off their assets. They're trying to dress themselves and have the same style as these sisters, putting braids in their hair, surrounding themselves with Negroes. You got to be extremely careful, because once you get them pregnant, they're gonna treat you just like these sisters. Now you got this female who's gonna attack this guy. She's blocking this guy from getting his kids. Then when she tries to close the door in on him and he gets through, she attacks him. Shout out to Hot Cornet 81. Appreciate that. It's crazy. We can't just look at everything as race anymore. We gotta look at everything as culture. Because no matter the race, people can still have, same cultures if they grew up in certain neighborhoods. This female, I believe, grew up around a lot of black people. That is a good point, Bella. You got, same thing with black women. They get with these white men thinking that everything is going to be great, everything is going to be, plush. And then they realize that men are just men at the end of the day. They just have a different skin complexion. And looking at this video, what bothered me is that your kids are there. Your kids are standing, because it's like it's a clear glass window and clear glass door. The kids are standing behind it, watching this back and forth, watching their father argue with their mother because their mother don't want him to get his son. Now I believe she has other children by other men. But for some reason, she still wants attachment to this guy, and he doesn't want anything to do with her. She wants to put her son in the face of another man, and that's another thing too. You have these chicks, man. They will put their kids in other men's faces. Like, hey, you got to help me raise them. They always quick to have a kid by a dysfunctional dude, and then go and talk and get with a new dude and say, well, you have to help me take care of him. These chicks will literally do this. It's as if they want to get impregnated by a certain type of guy, but they want a certain type of guy to raise them. And I see that. You got chicks with like 3-4 month old babies talking about how they no longer deal with their baby father. I'm like, what? What? What you mean you don't deal with him no more? Do you care anything about your child having a healthy upbringing, or it's all about your feelings? What's going on, Jenna? With Zilla, all you have to do is click the link in the description, bro. The first one. And then you got females. That's the link. You know, just put the link back in the comments, the chat room. And then you got women who will want to get into new relationships and get mad when you don't want to raise their kids. Like, you got a newborn and you trying to get a stepfather already? And then they will get upset when you don't want to have to raise somebody else's kids. It's disturbing, the type of culture that we have. Shout out to Zilla, I appreciate you. I missed that. All right, that's cool. That's cool, bro. No, this is not a MGTOW group. Make MGTOW content, yes, but this is Jada Black's channel. Okay, I'm letting everybody know that right now. This is Jada Black's channel. Any content that is made by me is of Jada Black, Jada Black Incorporated. That's what that is. But I have made MGTOW content. Don't really make it much anymore. But no, these are red pill comments. I know, you know, it's a red pill comment. Shout out to Sailor Boy Kev. Appreciate that. New to the chat. Well, see, it was like a couple times I've seen Sailor Boy in the chat. You know. At first, I thought it was maybe a down south thing. Like, I see a lot of chicks, they get pregnant and then they just single. They're pregnant while they're having their kid, and then they have the baby and they're like, I'm single looking for a new guy, but they're still dealing with the same dude they were dealing with. Okay, facts. There's plenty of sluts, but you know, you don't have to go being thirsty in my chat room. Why do y'all come to my chat room being thirsty? Stop being thirsty in my chat room, in my comment section. Y'all go from going at the women to, can I date you? Come on, man. We gotta do better. You know, we gotta do better. We gotta do better. Anyway, I've seen that a lot. Like, I knew a girl, her friend, like a couple weeks after having a baby, was already back having sex. A couple weeks after having a baby, because you're supposed to wait 6 weeks. This chick only waited about 2 weeks and then was back sleeping around. Shout out to Gourmet, late fee for JDB. Appreciate the support from Gourmet, you know. And I'm like, damn. Because the chick had just had a baby previously. Shout out to Black Rage 843, repping the 843. I'm glad I'm single with no children. Being an ugly man, I guess, paid off, and I don't have to deal with this. You said that one time before, Black Rage, that you're an ugly man. Listen, man, ugly dudes who can make chicks laugh is always got a feel of women, or they got, you know, enough kiss ass to trick it off with, you know. You know, there's ways around that, you know. But, you know, back to this video. And then she disappears out of the camera, and he's going upstairs. I don't know if he was to go to her room or what, but that's the measure that especially young fathers have to go through in dealing with this behavior. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Shout out to Scream for that. Man, the mod guard is on it. That's why I call y'all the mod guard. That's why I chose y'all. Some of these messages getting clipped. I ain't even seen them. You know? Let's see. Okay. The one thing that really bothered me too is that the children were there. The children saw the incident, and the children were I believe those children were probably crying at what their mother was doing, because they probably couldn't understand why their mother wouldn't let them see their father. And that's why you have that schism. That's why men are walking away from getting in those situations. But there are men who are stuck in those situations. And that's sad. It really is. But the thing is, though, when we get into those situations, we have to make the most of it by basically choosing the right people. Shout out to Freelance Ronan, says for the JDB tip jar. I appreciate that. Break putting more into the tip jar. Shout out to everybody who's tipping, late fees, chat support. Y'all are beaming them trolls out of here, which is always good. You always want to beam the trolls out of here. I love seeing trolls get beamed out of here. It's cool to see trolls get beamed out. All right, people, I'm about to go ahead and put the call in number. I promise y'all I would do this today to let y'all call in. Hold on, see if I put this. The color, outline color. Let's see, green. Yes, a green. Hopefully y'all can see that. Y'all can call in. Let me know what y'all have to say about the topic. Shout out to Aquavius M. Says shout out to the power modders and late fee. Well, I appreciate that, Aquavius, with his late fee. Let me tell you, I mean, a lot of women, y'all got to start speaking out against the dysfunctional females who are messing it up for the rest of y'all. There got to be more of y'all that speaks out, because speaking out actually does work. It actually does work. You got to be able to make a change. And the thing is that from what I've seen, okay, cool, David, that's cool. Appreciate it. What I've noticed is that when women speak, men are willing to listen. And there are some women also who are willing to listen. Yeah, no creepy callers. Try not to stay on too long. You get your comment in. Yeah, we doing call-ins. That's why the number's up there. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. 3, 2, 3. You're live.
Hey, Jay. It's me, Kobe. How are you doing today?
What's up, Kobe?
I want to comment on the subject. How do you feel about black men about doing the surrogate route? How do you feel about that?
I think it's a choice that could be made. I think if you don't want to deal with any baby mama issues and you want to be a single dad, that is definitely the route to go. But you have to be ready to take on that responsibility. Right. I know it ain't cheap. I know it costs a good amount of money, and I know you can't take out no loans. So
yeah. How would you do that?
Nah, that's not for me, bro. I'm not about that surrogate life at all. Nah.
Okay. Well, I heard men are going to other countries to try to start a family. How do you feel about that? Like, would you do that?
I'm not a fan of going to just different countries because I like being in America. I'm not gonna lie. I can travel to other countries, you know. When I get older, I wouldn't mind maybe going and vacationing for a couple of years. But as far as building families there, I mean, that's not something I'm looking to do.
I was wondering, I don't know. I've been hearing people thought about that. I don't know. I mean, when it comes to kids, I look at it as two things: a need or want. It would be a want before a need. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, you have to want kids.
No man really says,
if you don't want kids, don't have them.
Kids, women do, but not men.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello?
I'm here. You hear me?
I don't know. I mean, it's not really something I really want. You know? Do you want kids or whatever?
I said one day I wanted maybe one or two, maybe.
Well, you want a boy?
I don't want to be a childless man, no. But you know, that's just me. You know.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What does it mean to be a man by a single man, not by being a family man? Because you always hear women talk about what it means to be a man. But what does it mean to man by definition, by not being a family man, but like being individual as a red pill man? What does it mean?
Say it again.
What does it mean to be a man, like by a single man definition? Not because they always define a man by being a family, a provider, and all that. But what does it mean to be a man as an individual?
A man as an individual? Well, being self-sufficient, definitely being a self-thinker and not following a crowd, just depending on yourself and not other people. Being an individualist, thinking for yourself, being more reactionary to your own issues, and worrying about how to build yourself up and not going along with groups, you know. Focus on building what Kobe trying to build. You know, Kobe's out here trying to build, you know. Yeah,
I'm trying to look for this job, but I got my license recently. Just need to get this job in the car.
Okay. Well, keep it up, all right?
Yeah, but because I just always say that society define a man about being an object versus just being a person, you know? Because I be hearing women, it's like they don't define them by certain things they do for people versus they can look at the individual versus men will only define a man by doing stuff for other people versus being ourselves, you know?
Mm-hmm. And it seemed like you figured it out.
I guess so, but still a lot to learn now. Well, thank you, Jay. I just wanted to call in.
All right, man. I appreciate you calling in, all right?
See you later.
All right. All right. You're live.
I just wanted to say I love your show. I love your videos.
Okay, what's your name?
Bella.
Say it again.
Bella.
Oh, Bella. Bella, what's going on, Bella? Get to hear your voice. What's going on?
I'm good. I just wanted to say I love your videos.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Okay, right.
Love that. Okay. You got another question? Okay. All right. That's what she want to hear. Bella got a nice voice, you know? If any of you ladies want to call in and speak on the topic, I know y'all may feel like I'm going in on women and you know, I hate women. I hate women. No, I hate bad mothers. I hate, you know, blatant thizots who are out here exposing people. They're out here, you know, partying and not taking care of their kids, not taking care of themselves. Those are the type of women I hate. You know, if you're hard working, you go to school, you go to work, take care of your responsibilities, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me clarify what I said about children. I said maybe one or two. That could be true. That could never happen. But that will depend on how, when I get older, how I feel about it. Because I'm not going to say at 29 that at 49 I'm going to have the same mindset. All right, you live.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah, what's going on? What's your name?
Hey, this Turf in the chat.
Oh, what's going on, Turf?
All right, man. Just preparing to go to work here in a little bit. I just wanted to chime in a little bit.
All right, cool. Let me know what you think, man.
Man, you know, I've been dealing with it. You know, I mean, I'm 38, so
Okay.
you know, I've got a long span of life. So
Yeah.
you know, my take is that you know you just got to be very selective.
Right. Right. I agree. You definitely have to be very selective, and I would tell any guy that, you know, don't be on this, you know, all women are this, all women are that, because, bro, there's some women out there that will go extra hard for you. But you have to choose them. We all like to choose a girl with the big butt and a nice smile, but sometimes we may have to look past that. Some guys can.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Yeah.
I mean, because, you know, truthfully, looks, I mean, that's just initial attraction.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to just delve way deeper than just, you know, the shallowness of looks, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, man. Got to be very picky.
Man, I ain't want to take up too much of your time. I just wanted to touch base with you. I tried to call in the other day, but
yeah, I was having some
issues.
Yeah, I had to figure that out, man.
Difficulties.
Yeah, I had to figure that out. I got it good now.
Yeah, man. But I know there's other people lined up. I'll let you do your thing.
All right, bro. I appreciate you calling in.
All right, man.
All right. That's Turf. You see the phone line on the screen if you want to call in and holler at me. You know what I'm saying? All right, we got another caller. All right, you live.
Yo, what's good, man? This is Guillermo.
What's going on, Guillermo?
What's good, man? Yo, this topic is, so for real, man. Like, I'm telling you, bro, all these non-black wannabe wigger chicks, whatever you call them, they're the worst of the worst, man. They are, like, in their own cultural groups.
Yeah.
They're the most, like, they're the ones that no one wants to marry, no one wants to go out with. I'll tell you a very, very, very quick example. At my school, right? There was this chick. She was a Pakistani chick. She was, like, the girl who tried to be all black and whatever. And she's a big, big, big time smut. So I had other Pakistani friends and shit. And none of them wanted to mess with her. They're like, we don't touch that. So this one chick, she one time told one of my friends who was a half black, half Latino dude, like, oh, I'm more blacker than you, I'm more hood than you, blah, blah. All types of shit, right? And come to find out, she used to sleep with her own friends, like mans and shit. And, like, one time my roommate who was going out with one chick who's a friend, she was trying to see. Agents of chaos. That's all I got to say, man. You got black dudes. These are the girls that, when you're at the party, you're at the club, whatever, they try to be down so much. They're the one, they'll slurp you. They'll do all this shit because they're trying to hoe out and they're trying to find a sentence. But they'll never find a sentence because they're all fucked up in the head. So for all the black dudes out there, especially the non-black chicks who try so hard and they want to suck you off or, give you some ass or whatever, be very careful because exactly just like this shit, this type of shit will happen. And that same chick I was telling you about, I'll be very quick. Same chick I was telling you about, she messed with my man, who's my ex-man, because we don't talk to each other anymore because of her. This chick, when he was going out with his chick from the Bronx, she called up the chick's phone on the dude's, called the chick's number on his phone while he wasn't paying attention. Put the speaker on and was fucking the dude to break up the relationship. Yo, bro, I want to say name. If I said her name, son, like motherfuckers would be like, oh, we know about. Obviously, I don't think anybody from my school's here, but. Everybody knows about her. She's a big-time smut bitch. She's an agent of fucking chaos, man. I'm out. Thanks for taking my call, man. But when you brought this subject, man, I was like, wow, this shit is home. Because literally because of her is why me and my man don't speak anymore. He's married to this chick, too, so I don't know what's going to happen. I feel bad for the kids, whatever. But, yeah, thanks for taking my call, man. Peace.
All right, man. Appreciate you calling in. Jeez. I have seen some stuff like that. I've seen chicks. There are chicks who will like do videos having sex with dudes and posting them to try to get back what they do. They'll send it to their dude. You know. Shout out to everybody coming into the chat. Yeah, Black Rage he is guarding the chat with vigor. That's why I call him the my guard, man. But shout out to everybody that's here that's coming through. What's up, Latasha, Bear Logic, all y'all coming through. You have to be more mindful and very careful of who you're choosing, man. Like, I can't 100% blame this woman. You know what I'm saying? I gotta look at this dude and why he chose her. Okay, you live.
Hey, what up, Jada?
Yeah, what's going on? What's your name?
Man, what's going on, man? Yeah, man, this topic here, man, it's crazy, man. I say over here, out here in Miami, man, it's crazy, man, with these girls.
Yeah,
man,
what's your name?
I think Alan Goes.
Oh, okay, all right, what's going on, man?
Yeah, man, it's dangerous, man. I tell you, black brothers, man, be careful in today's society, man. It's the black Chinas of the world taking over. These girls
Yeah.
caught up on Instagram and want to be Kim Kardashian, getting their ass fixed and this and that, man. I was at Club 50 Cent was just out here at Miami at Club Exchange, Miami. It's this new club they opened up. Man, it's like these girls like literally chase, man, groupie ass girls chasing after 50, man. These girls here in Miami, they on something, you know. If you don't have a bottle, if you don't have a table or a bottle, they ain't talking to you.
I've heard.
They ain't talking to you.
Yeah, I've heard that.
This Miami shit is fast out here, man. Like, I just warn y'all brothers, man. You know, you could go to church, go trying to find a girl or this, but man, you know, you gotta do your research. I had one of my friend from church, same way, man. He went on the girl Instagram, and the girl doing all type of shit. But she, you know, she thinking, oh, she a nurse, she all good. Oh, nah, the profession don't mean nothing. You got to do your own background check, man. It's a crazy world, man.
Yeah, man. You got a lot of these chicks trying to social climb. I heard it like that in Atlanta too, man. Them chicks, man. If you ain't well known, you ain't got a big social media following, they not talking to you. You know
what? You don't get the time of day. It's just, man, it's just 50 Cent. It's just me seeing it. Be my boys, they promoters. They be at the clubs in Miami and promoters. You know, I get in clubs for nothing, but I just to see how these girls react. Like, damn, this really thought these girls really, man, it's crazy, man. Like, dang, that's what the fame do, man. I'm like, man, I say, literally girls, man, big booty girls, man. I'm like, what? And they ask just to come out for 50. Ain't no 50 going to be. Like, they do their research before they even leave the house. They already know who's going to be at what club.
Yep.
Man, trust me. I live in Miami. I live the fast, man. Trust on my fast life, man. I just turned 37, April 16th. So I know. No, trust me, man. I know how. I mean, I've been out here a while, man. But I just tell all the brothers out there, man. You know, do your reach. You know, stay focused. Get your money, man. Fix your credit, man. You know.
Yeah.
Eat right. Feel good about yourself. You know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man. Because these girls.
Especially in those big cities, man. I know that's got to be hell dealing with them chicks, man.
What, man? All it is about ass, titties, Instagram. Just Miami. It's just who could outshine who got you know, drawers. If you don't got red bottom sneakers on your feet, man. These girls look at it, man. What? I'm like, man, if I have money, man, like you said, that money, man, money is the rule of all evils, man. Like old folk always told me, man. That shit crazy out here, man. Girl, if you don't have some type of status or you don't look, you ain't dressed, you don't got bombing jeans, you don't got Louis. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy, man. In Miami, like, trust me, my cousin just got engaged. He just turned 30 yesterday. He got engaged at his. I'm happy for him. He met his girl at the club, you know, but no shit, and she doing her thing. You might get lucky and hit the, and find that, probably just hanging out tonight. But yeah, he got engaged yesterday on his 30th birthday. Okay. I'm happy for him, man. But yeah, man. But hey, hey, it's hard, man. It's hard out here for man. What trying to find? You don't know who loyal or who not. You know these girls out here chasing bags, man.
Right.
But yeah, man. So I'm just out here, man. Just it's good. To educate the brothers, heads up, man. These girls, everybody want to be a player. There's an old saying: you either play the game or get played.
Exactly.
That's other, Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's crazy, man. Baby. So that's what I wanted to say, man.
Okay, cool, man. Keep doing your thing, all right, man.
All right, then. Black.
Are you there, Alan? All right. Shout out to Alan. The phone lines is lighting up. Someone was calling in when he had called in. So if you're on the line, if you were, you can call back in right now. Might want to hurry up because on this phone system is one call at a time. So when somebody's talking, other people will call in, but somebody calling while somebody's talking, and I'm not going to be able to answer that call particular moment. All right, let's see who this is. You're live with Jada Black.
Yo, Jada Black, what's up, brother? It's Jay Sean.
Oh, what's going on, Jay Sean?
What's up, fam? You still on live?
Yeah, I'm live, bro.
That's what's up, man. Hey, man, you be doing yeoman's work, talking about these baby mamas.
All right, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You be doing yeoman's work. You be doing God's work. You be doing the Lord's work.
That's it. Somebody got to do it.
Don't get it. Man, these brothers don't get it, man. They get caught up in these trick bags, man.
Yeah.
See, I'm a Renaissance nigga. I got custody of my daughter. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, that's what's up.
I wasn't playing that ball. Yeah, I got custody of my daughter. She with me.
Yeah.
Back at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She ain't gonna be with me, and she can't live. Back at me. I want them shit. Because the way shit's going right now with how the system is using children as a come up, man. You know, it's I know we make fun of it. You know, we talk about it all the time, but the truth of the matter is it's really detrimental to our society. What's going on? You know, with these divorces and the child support stuff. There's just too much bullshit going on, and the kids getting fucked up.
Yeah, that's the ones. Yeah, they suffer the most when these mothers and these dudes can't get along, or the mother's keeping the kids from the father because she upset about something. The kids suffer.
Yeah. I love that last video, not the last video, but the video you did about Garnett.
Yeah.
You know, it's real too, man. That there's a stat out there about in the football league in the NFL.
Yeah.
That about 70% of the men, after 2 or 3 years after retiring from the NFL, they get divorced.
Yeah, they do.
You know, these women are basically hanging with them, you know, until they get divorced. I mean, in their career, and then now they can't make no money. They've reached the summit of how much money they're gonna make, and now it's time to secure the bag and move on.
Right.
You know, and a lot of those women are still young too. People don't think about that.
Yeah, because Garnett's wife still, she doesn't look old.
No, she can't be. I mean, Garnett is what, 40?
Yeah.
41, 42 years old. So his wife's around 40, 41 years.
Yeah.
Maybe a little younger. You know what I mean? So she's still got a lot of life to live, and she's gonna be living it now as a
single
with tens
woman.
of millions of dollars in the bank.
Yep. And he gonna be paying her bills while she's out doing what she want to do.
Yeah, he gonna be paying for that pussy. That pussy's gonna be on the street, nigga.
He paying, the other dude is laying. He paying, Garnett paying, the dude is laying pipe.
God damn.
Yeah.
Oh man, this motherfucker right now somewhere wiping his face off, man, drinking some orange juice, butt ass naked, and some shitty pain.
Probably in the house Garnett paid for.
Damn, this is a cold game, man.
Yeah,
cold
man.
Game. It's a real cold game, but guys got to smarten up.
Yeah.
And what was really happening is they're attacking our manhood. If you can't have, agency, think about it. You can't have agency over your children. You can't. You don't get to decide how your money's being spent on your children. Somebody gets to take your money. You don't decide how it's being spent. Are you really a father? You feel? You know what I'm saying? How are you really a father and you can't even decide how that money's being spent?
Right, because it go to court and then it go to her.
Yeah, she just do what the fuck she want to do. So you're not really a father. And the real definition of what a father is, I mean, as a decision maker, you're not a decision maker. You're being tolerated.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we just tolerate this nigga.
Yeah, as long as he paying, he willing to tolerate him. That's why I was saying, like, with the Garnett video, I said, like, she's good with him being gone most of the year and him only being there sometimes, but when he's there full time, she can't handle it because she was, living single while being married. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You dead on, man. I would say if you ain't with your day one, who's on cold, your day one has to be on cold, like LeBron's wife. She's on cold. She know that. She know he's fucking other bitches.
Yeah.
But she don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She accepted what it is. This is a man in the prime of his life. You telling me that's the only pussy he fucked? Come on, man. Let's be real. Let's be real, people.
Now LeBron be getting it in, man. She know.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad bitches walking around here for the nigga not to want to hit and not going to hit. But you know what? At the end of the day, though, if she gets half, I have no problem with it because 1, she was there from day 1. 2, she's been on cold. She ain't putting her business out there. She's playing her position. 3, she's been so far. I can see a good mother, and she gave him 3 sons. Yeah, I mean not three sons, the 2 sons and a daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she gave him 3 kids. You know what I mean? She's being a good mother. So if she decides to go her own way or whatever the case might be, and she kind of deserves that.
Mm.
You know what I mean? She deserves to be kept up. You know, because she played her part. She's part of the business. She didn't ruin him. She didn't throw him under the bus while he was in mid-career. This dude is a top man in the league, and you got all these stars out here in sports. And I give props to when the women don't, you know, fall for the bait, the love and hip-hop bait, I call it, to go ahead and throw a nigga on the bus. Because they could. And she choosing not to because she's on code. And I respect that. Now, what I would say to most brothers, though, since you're young, especially in the NFL, you ain't going to be in the NFL past, 33, 32 years old.
Yeah.
You might as well wait until you're done balling to find you a wife.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well. You know, get your money, have your fun, be a gladiator, and then when it's time to slow down, you know, and get back to being a civilian, be the civilized nigga, then you find you somebody to lay down with, or settle down with if that's what you still want to do.
Yeah.
You know? But all of this wifing chicks while you in your prime and you get contracts and you not even paying attention that this chick is finessing you, you an idiot.
Exactly. I agree, bro. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I got the lines lighting up, man. But I appreciate you calling in, bro.
No problem. Hey, Jay, man, keep doing the Lord's work.
All right, man.
All right, brother.
All right. Hey, hold on 1 second, everybody. Live.
What's up, man? This is Deontay out of Detroit, Michigan.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Nothing much, man. I just wanted to say one thing, man. Like, man, we gotta breed out these stocks, man. For real, we gotta breed them out.
Well, it's hard to do when it's promoted.
Yeah, man. We like we gotta stop inseminating them, procreating with them. You feel me? And then you feel me? And then you know, like the good woman, you know, the good woman gonna be around. You know, like that type of stuff, man. We gotta stop doing that, man. And then another thing is, man, like brothers need to stop taking that marriage license. Cause that marriage license stuff, like that ain't for us, man. For real. I don't know. They want to start doing like contractual agreements or something like that, but you know, getting married through the state and the government and all of that, man, that ain't really for brothers, honestly. From what I think.
Yeah, I don't think we need marriage anymore, to be honest with you. Like, for the most part, a lot of people are brought together by just liking each other. We don't need paperwork to tell us that we like each other, you know, that we care about each other, you know, we trying to build something. You don't need paperwork for that. Maybe 40, 50 years ago you did, but nowadays you really don't. Because the biggest loser, if that doesn't work, is going to be men. They're going to be the ones losing in that situation.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about that shit or whatnot, and you know, like it was just like, you know, if I was to get married to a female, it wouldn't be legally, you know, through the state or whatever, you know, it'd just be like a marriage, you feel me, like the agreement between us or whatever. As far as that marriage license, that's out the window. Especially if you got a career, man, and stuff like that, and especially after, you know, looking at all of these athletes and stuff and the divorces they go through and all of the money that, you feel me, they gotta, you know, pay the female and all of that, and it's just too much, man. I know them guys be stressed out and everything.
Yeah, and you see why men, and I think there's studies that have been done that men, especially when they get older, if they're single, they've been single for a while, they're happier. You know, that's not a coincidence, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man, there was another thing, you know, as far as, like, I was going to say, as far as, like, black men, like, man, we got to, I think that we should start working these corporate jobs, man, and start getting into, like, trades, like, you know, like like plumbing, electrician, engineer, carpentry, bricklaying, stuff like that, man. You know, stuff where we can build on and stuff like that or whatever. So, and then you can make your own business into that type of stuff too.
Yeah, I've talked about the trades. I say there might be a better option for a lot of black men who like to work with their hands and not be in the classroom for a couple of years. You could just learn a trade probably in a short amount of time and get into the job and learn it and maybe even go into business for yourself after a while.
Right. Yeah, man, that was all I needed to say, man. Nice talking with you.
Yeah. Well, I'm just reading the chat, bro. But I will say this though. Marriage isn't for me. I mean, maybe when I was younger, marriage was for me, but I just don't see it myself. But it may be for other people. It might be.
Right.
Maybe it's for some people in the chat. I just don't see it being for me. You know.
Yeah, man, I don't see it for me either, man. Honestly, well, at least not legally. You know, if I'm gonna, commit myself to a female, and we're gonna be together. Not legally. I'm not getting a marriage license at all. That's out the question.
Okay. All right, man.
Man, it's a
No, I was gonna say I'm gonna go ahead and let another call come in, man. But I appreciate you calling in.
All right, no problem.
All right, buddy. Take care. I know there was a couple of missed calls last 1 or 2 calls. Y'all hurry up and call back in. You're live.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
My name is,
What's going on? What's your name?
My name is Melody Williams.
What's going on, Melanie Williams?
I'm doing fine.
That's good. That's good.
I want to send a message, about, what we need to do now is to really get along with each other.
Right.
Okay, we need to stop the fuss. And the social media is like a Satanist pit. Okay, and we have to stop attacking each other. We have to start caring for one another, especially our older ancestors. We have to start having respect with one another. All of this ignorance that we're doing, we are selling our soul to Satan. And you don't see it. There's a lot of stuff that's going on right now. And I have learned so much within the last month. And I have shown people things. I have all in and out my house. I have a video with a ghost coming to my house. Wow. Something's going on, I'm telling you. And what happened to me is I had got rid of all ignorance within the past 2 years and started getting very spiritually wise about a lot of stuff. I have got rid of negative people out of my life.
Okay.
But there's so much that I can talk about, but I just want to tell everybody, if they can hear me, get rid of the evil and the negative. Start loving one another. Something is about to happen. I don't know what it is, but I got this feeling, honey. Okay? And take care of one another. Bless and love. Thank you.
All right. I appreciate you calling in.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. Okay, shout out to Melanie. Got another caller calling in. You're live with Jada Black. What's up?
Hi, Jada Black. This is Latoya Wood. How are you?
Hey, what's going on, Latoya? I'm all right.
Talking about the whole marriage thing. I've never been married. I don't believe in monogamy.
Oh, okay.
Because there's no such thing. Everyone, as humans, we're mammals. We can love, but I believe that everyone does other things on the side. That's why I feel like marriage is kind of like a contract. And I think now, because I'm 35 years old, I think now a lot of people in my generation are starting to realize that having more communication and dialogue within your marriage is something that should be the number one aspect of being together, rather than just having a contract, because that's what marriage is a signed form documentation. And also, too, I think the dialogue with men and women, now we're finally having an adult conversation about what's wrong with us as women, what's wrong with us as men. Like, there's a discussion now about toxic masculinity. There's a discussion about why women feel, some women have to depend on men or have to feel whole if they have a significant other, which is not true. You know, and I think that is something that's very important, that now that we're finally having a discussion. And that's why I feel a lot of people are not getting married. And I don't believe in having just babies mamas, or because there needs to be two people that care for that life that was not asked to be here. So that's what I have to say about that.
Okay. So you I just want to ask you this real quick. You say you don't believe in monogamy. So are you in an open relationship, marriage right now?
I've been 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, and it's not some liberal non-stuff. It's actually something that when you communicate, it's all about communication. It's just basically what it takes to have a healthy relationship. And don't knock it until you try it. And the thing is, open relationship does not mean just because I see someone that I like, I'm going to go home with it. That's not it. That's not what it's about. It is something that it's just like, you know, it's you know, if I talk to my significant other about it, or he talks to me, we have a mutual understanding. That does not just that's not a liberty for me to just, or him to go out and just hoe out. That's not what that means. So that's all I have to say.
Okay. Well, like I said, I appreciate you calling in, LaToya, and giving your piece. Interesting. As far as your marriage situation go, I may have to make a video on that, you know, that particular topic. But like I said, I appreciate you calling in, man. Make sure you call in anytime, all right? Well, anytime I'm live and I'm taking calls, but yeah. All right. Shout out to the callers. We've had some very good calls. You know, this is my first time having calls back. I always have good calls. Have y'all noticed I always have good calls? My calls are never boring. My calls are never boring, man. People have something to say. They have things that they want to discuss, and we discuss them. You know, I don't want to have to, you know, go back and forth or go at people. I want people to be able to dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully everybody is liking the stream. Shout out to everybody supporting. Hopefully y'all are also going to subscribe to Jada Black Livestreams 2. That's my new live streaming channel. Y'all know I had another one, but now I have this one. That link is in the description box, so make sure y'all go and do that. The mods are doing great work. Yeah, Black Rage, you definitely been doing work, man. I appreciate that. We got another call. This might be the last call before I go ahead and wrap it up with the calls, all right? Let's see how this one goes. What's going on?
Jada Black.
Yes?
This is Gourmet Thursday.
What's going on, Gourmet? Finally get to hear your voice. What is going on, Gourmet Thursday?
Nothing much. It's great to hear your voice, too. And I love the chat, and I love what you're doing for the community. So
I appreciate that. I'm here to help.
Just
I'm
calling in to give love.
I appreciate the love. I just took the love in, you know. So I appreciate that. Shout out to you for
all
being
right.
a
Well,
mod.
I got over my fear because I was scared to call in.
No, you ain't got to be.
Got over my fear.
Listen, you are amongst friends, okay? You don't have to be afraid to call in. You're here to be heard. no fear here, you know.
Oh, thank you, Jay. It's nice to talk to you in person.
Oh, that's cool. It's good to hear your voice.
Thank you. All right, well, I'll get back to modding.
All
Good
right.
chat. All right.
All right, thank you for calling,
Bye.
okay?
Bye.
All right, bye. Shout out to Gourmet with that call. Gourmet calling in. That definitely topped the calls right there, having her call in. But y'all want to see the video that was the topic of discussion? It is the first link in the description box, people. Make sure y'all go and check it out. This has been a really good stream, man. You know, I really appreciate just the amount of love, and this is the amount of everybody here supporting me and one another. We supporting one another. You know, we had a really good show. You know, oh so good show. oh so show. I am gonna do a video on open relationships. I definitely want to address that. I've never really been in an open relationship, but I may have to do like an interview. So if any women are listening to this and you want to be interviewed in like a pre-recorded video, or I bring you on live, you call in, we talk, hit me up, Jada Black Live. Y'all see the emails in the description box as well as on the screen. If you're in an open marriage, let me know, because then it'll help me if I'm able to do content on it. Shout out to Simply a Diva. Shout out to you. It's my first time seeing you, Simply a Diva, or have you been commenting, maybe you changed your name? But shout out to you, Simply. If you are a man with no children, you wasted your life. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Whoever that LeBron Thanos guy is, listen, you LeBron Thanos guy, I have not wasted my life. I'm 29 years old, okay? There is still room for a lot of us to grow. All right. But yeah, well, I'm gonna call you Creesha. Creesha, well, the community is at a very low point. That's why we need more logic. We need more common sense. We need more people to just do better, you know, overall. And if people are living their own lives and it's working for them, you know. Latoya, you can definitely hit the email. I'll see what I can do. Bring you on live. Okay, this might be the last caller. All right, you're live. What's going on?
Yes, my name is Bongalo, and I actually just clicked on your live stream. I just subscribed maybe like 2 or 3 days ago, and I really like your content.
Okay, you say your name is Amina?
No, Bongalo.
Okay, I can't pronounce. You're gonna have to, are you in the chat now? You may have to show me how it's written. Okay.
Oh.
Is it like a foreign name?
I can't pronounce. It's not. It's something like that. I'll type it. Give me a second.
Okay. All right.
It's kind of weird, but yeah, it's Bungalo.
Bungalo. Okay, I see you. What is going on, Bungalo? What is going on?
Nice. So I actually, and this might not necessarily be relative, but I just finished watching a video by a woman. I can't remember her name, but she was talking about how Drake is a misogynist, and she was just saying all these things, and how, you know, he said, like, just basically selectively choosing certain lyrics that he has said that I guess contradict this, you know, like, I support women, I love women, all that stuff. And so I found it interesting, by the end of it, she said, oh, well, I'm still going to listen to Drake. I still like him. I just kind of wanted to get your opinion in general of just, it seemed like one thing she really pinpointed that she didn't like was that Drake pointed out how women misrepresent themselves through social media. And then they kind of have these certain backlashes from men about it because, you know, hey, does a guy want to necessarily have kids with a woman who has her whole ass and titties out, excuse my language, on social media every day and is looking for attention? Maybe not, you know, but why is it that certain women find this to be offensive, that a man is saying he wants to be with a woman who more so presents herself in a certain way, respectively, when women have certain standards of how they want men to present themselves as well, too. I wanted to get your opinion on why you think women are, you know, kind of outraged about or fake mad about that, you know, those sentiments that certain men make about how women present themselves on social media, and how that might play into why certain men don't want to have children or be serious with those types of women.
Okay, so you want to know my opinion about a guy like Drake, or just any guy just having standards, or them wanting to date, you know, thotty women?
Yeah, like just not, it doesn't even have to be Drake, but just in general, what do you think it is that do you even think that social media has played a part in the way that certain women present themselves in a, like you said, thotty way? Does that actually contribute to them not wanting to do things like taking them seriously, having children? And why do you think women don't make that correlation of like, oh, I present myself this way, so I'm being treated this way?
Well, I think that one, you know, I think that men have certain standards, and you got men who are going to date who they want to date. Some guys like thotty women. Some guys like a woman who shows her ass a lot, maybe because he doesn't take her seriously anyway. But a guy who has standards, what he's looking at, he's looking down the road. A guy who will date a woman and deal with a woman who does pretty much anything she wants to do online that kind of puts her in a bad light. You know, he's only looking short term. You know, he's looking at trying to hit it for a little while and then move on. A guy who is saying, you know what, I want a woman who is decent and is not all out there. He's looking long term. Now, that doesn't mean he may date that woman now, but he's looking long term, you know, like at the woman that he would marry or who he would be in a long term relationship with, you know?
Absolutely. But there seems to not really be any accountability for that. I think that it just seems like a lot of women it's always like the man has to adjust himself through everything. Like he has to, no, never mind, I'm doing this right now, I'm going through my phase or whatever it is where I just want to, you know, seek attention and do this and do that. That man has to always adjust to what my personal high standards are, no matter how low I am presenting myself.
Yeah, that's why I make videos holding women accountable on things, and they think that I don't like women because of it. No, it's because it's gonna start with you, because you're choosing the guy. Like you have to basically okay a relationship, you know. Especially not a relationship. I say okay having sex with a guy, because we all know if women had better standards than the guys that they chose, 9 times out of 10 you will see a better group of men. But a lot of women, they seek certain things, but not the things that matter. You know what I'm saying? Like you got women who are willing to financially support a man just because he may look good to them, or because he has swagger, you know, or he's just, you know, a neighborhood comedian, you know. But she's willing to overlook certain things, but she should look at the important things. And I've talked about that. I've talked about having accountability, you know, especially if you're raising children. You have to be way more accountable, because you don't want just anybody around your kids, you know, and you don't want anybody as your kid's father, you know, and they get upset with me when I say that, you know.
Well, they do, but I think what's interesting is that it seems as though men are being portrayed generally as if they don't have standards. Yeah. Even though, or even, first of all, that they don't have standards, and then secondly, it is wrong for them to have standards. It is wrong for a man to say, well, I skipped out on dating this particular chick because I didn't particularly like how she was presenting herself. Now he's being attacked because he has standards. But then the man who's like, I don't have standards and I just want to be out here, you know, doing this, doing that, he's a fuck boy. Yeah. It's like you can't win. You can't either, you know, you can't not have standards and not be attacked. You can't have standards and be attacked, you know, and not get attacked as a man. So what's there left to do as a man? Well, a lot of men just stay single. That's what I'm saying. Like,
you know, because that's the thing. Like, usually, if a man has standards, he's gonna find the woman he wants. But it's always the women who don't have standards that are gonna shame him in the type of woman that he chooses. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll have brothers who will date, you know, non-black women, and you got sisters who's upset. You know what I'm saying? But it's like maybe they felt like that was the best fit for them because they were looking long term. Maybe she had those qualities. Or you have a guy who would date a woman who doesn't have the big butt and the big chest, and she's just an average looking girl. And you will have women who will make fun of that. I've seen it. I've seen women make fun of that. Well, she ain't got no ass, you know. And it's like, why does that matter? You know, he chose a woman that he want to be with. You're looking outwardly.
It seems like it's a double standard where I don't think women quite understand like how sick the pathology has become in their minds subconsciously. They're not aware of the fact that the value system they have created for themselves as women is that how they look. So on Instagram, it's like, I got to get these angles right so my butt can look big, so my boobs can look like this, so I have makeup on all the time. And that's the value system. So when they see that guy that they really want, the guy who texts back, who calls, who gives nice things to a woman, with that woman who doesn't have an ass, who she might have a social media, she knows how to be sexy, you know what I mean, but she's not presenting herself overtly all the time, and she doesn't have makeup on all the time. They laugh at her and make fun of her, but really you look stupid. Like, you're going to be on the gram and get 300 likes every time, but at the end of the day, you're lonely, and you don't understand why that is. And that's just crazy.
They're on IG Live 5 times a day because they ain't got nobody else to talk to.
Exactly. Exactly. But so I just think that it definitely starts with, in terms of, obviously, and I'm not trying to come on here and say men are perfect and whatever, but I definitely do think that what I'm seeing is, like when I read the title, I'm like, a lot of this does have to do with, there needs to be a space where women can look at themselves critically and be able to make some adjustments as well on the other side, to say that the reason why I'm single and I'll keep meeting all these fuckboys might have something to do with me.
Exactly.
Like, it might have something to do with me, and I just might have to adjust something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's exactly why I'm good with brothers and men in general holding women accountable, because they need it. Because you got a lot of women who are just roaming freely in the plains and don't understand that they're making all these mistakes because society tells women that they do nothing wrong. And we're telling them that, yeah, you do stuff wrong. You know, we got a long list of things you do wrong. Okay, you know, look yourself in the mirror at least once a day, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. I just think at the end of the day, everybody just needs to hold themselves accountable and just work on just, you know, doing what, but I mean, what is not cool is bringing kids into this world and, you know, under the pretenses of like these false, there's no foundation that's really been built between, especially black men and black women, where we even know how to raise a family, because a lot of us come from broken homes anyway as it is. And then we perpetuate these very broken behaviors, and then when somebody calls it out, trying to refine, because we need refinement, men and women, trying to call it out because it's coming from a place of concern, like, I'm saying this because I want you to be better. We have to be able to take that and take that feedback and do something with it so that we can make it better, so those things don't happen. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go, but keep doing your thing. I'm gonna definitely keep listening.
All right, man. Appreciate you subscribing and calling in. All right.
Of course.
All right.
Take care.
All right. See you. That was a very good phone call right there from Bungalow. Shout out to her for calling in. Man, this has been a good show. And this is just my first one calling back. Shout out to everybody that was, I think I gave a shout out to everybody that hit the super chat while I was on the phone call. Simply, Diva, some of you other guys. But the discussion is very heavy in the chat, man. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Go subscribe to the other channels. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Go to the website. You can actually subscribe to my website. And it's actually, the link to the video is my website. That's me. You know, hopefully I'm looking to get it redesigned very soon. Once I'm start putting more and more content on there. But make sure y'all go there and check out the content that's already there. You know? Man, this has been a good show. We should get everybody a round of applause for the good show. Everybody's been like, the mods have been on fire. The comments have been greatness. Okay, there's been a lot of greatness. There's been a lot of greatness here. I salute everybody here, man. Everybody here. I salute all of you. Y'all made the stream worthwhile, okay? Let's see. Take this now. Let's see. All right. I think that's it for the phone calls. I know one person or two might still call in, but I'm good on the phone calls right now. You know, I'll save some for the next show, okay? Because I think I got a doozy, okay, of a topic that I'm going to do on the next show. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to the new subscribers, man. Y'all are getting it in. And I told y'all, man, whenever I get the phone lines going, like, it's going to be one hell of a show. Okay. It's going to be one hell of a show. You know, I do this for the supporters, man. I do this for the supporters. All right. So make sure, hold on. Make sure that everybody is liked the video, going to the other links in the description as well. Support the live stream. You can subscribe to me on Patreon and support me monthly. Make that $5 a month or more commitment to be part of the elite. I do appreciate that.